Oh, yeah.
And there, guys. Our next presenter is renowned for his work on kid-friendly books with such titles as Patrick the Wolf Boy, Itty Bitty Hellboy, Tiny Titans, I knew I was going to do that, and DC Super Pets. Everybody please give a big "Aw, yeah" for Art Baltazar.
Oh, yeah, man. Thanks, man. My name's Art Baltazar. I'm a famous cartoonist. And I don't remember when I met Gene Ha. I have no idea. I've been doing comics for like almost 30 years, and he's always been there. He's everywhere I go, Gene Ha's there. And when Randy sent me an email about 2 weeks ago saying, hey, would you like to give an award to Gene Ha? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. So I said, I know Gene Ha forever. So I was so happy. And I came up to dinner, my kids were eating, my 18-year-old, 15-year-old, my wife, we're all sitting there. And they're like, what was that? Why are you so happy? I said, okay, I'm going to Ringo Awards. It's the first time I'm going to Baltimore in like 10 years. And I'm up for a nomination, but I also get to give an award for a friend of mine. And they're like, oh, cool, who is he? Says Gene Ha. And they said, what has he done? I'm like, I don't know. I said, but I known the guy forever. He has of course he works for Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, IDW. He probably worked for everybody. But I had no idea what he does. And my daughter says, Daddy, how can you know your friend who's an artist like you and you don't know what he does? And I'm like, I never asked them. And I'm like, the only way I know Gene Ha is every time I sign a kid's sketchbook, they find a blank page and I see one of Gene Ha's drawings. And it was the first time I ever saw someone draw with gray markers. I'm like, what are those markers? Those are cool. And I found out they're Copic markers, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And then I found out they're too expensive, so now I'll stick with my Sharpie and crayon. And then my kids are like, well, you got to find out. So I went and I was about to Google, and I'm like, no, I don't want to ruin what I have. I don't want to ruin it. I don't need to know Gene Ha is awesome. I already know he's awesome. I look at these sketchbook and he draws people, he draws superheroes, he draws awesome Harlequin. I see it all the time. And I know that he did a book called May. That's the first time I ever saw his work, actually. In a comic, he had a Kickstarter, it kicked ass, and it did all kinds of awards, or I don't know what it did, but it broke records. He got funded. And then the book went to Dark Horse, and they published it, and I'm just gonna fudge it. It made New York Times bestseller. I don't know if it did. So I know he's amazing, but I went to Florida, Gene Ha was there. I went to Wisconsin, Gene Ha was there. I went to New York Comic Con, Gene Ha was there. I don't remember when I met him, but he's always been around. He signed at our Skokie store. We have 3 stores. One in Muncie, Indiana, New York. We got one in New York and one in Chicago. And he signed his book. We probably had it for May. I don't know. We just have artists there. I show up and like, who's the guy we got? And they're like, oh, I know that guy. Cool. And so he stayed for our after party. We had a party. We had, can we say drinks? We had alcoholic adult beverages. There's no kids there. I'm a kid's artist. You know, I get weird about that. And we did a video. We're dancing. We're having a good time. He was at our introduction to our store for the C2E2 bash, where people were still mad at me and Franco for doing that party. He was there. And Gene Ha is awesome. And I know he's doing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spoil right now. He's doing a secret Wonder Woman comic book for DC they didn't even announce yet. I'm breaking it, exclusive. He told me I could say it, so it's not my fault. But not only that, okay, Gene Ha is a big, super, crazy supporter for schools, for libraries, for kids. He donates his time to kids learning how to do comics, to kids writing for comics, to kids learning the comic book form. I know that he does all of these libraries and stuff because about once a month I get an email from Gene Ha saying, hey man, this library could really use your cartooning sense. You know, I draw superheroes, but you draw the kid stuff. And I always say, damn it, I can't make it. Damn it, I can't make it. It's either I got deadlines or, you know, that C word, you know, the one that starts with an O, not, you know, cold. Forget it. I'm not going to say it. I'll get me too. But he sends me all, every time he's at a school, he emails me. So I'm going to go to one in December because Gene Ha, and it's going to be in Arlington Heights, Illinois. But Gene Ha is awesome. He does all these things for kids, for schools, for libraries, for literature, for reading, for kids, learning things, even if it's just a comic book they're reading. Gene Ha's your guy. And I have to say things. I had to write, my whole speech is these 2 lines. Right. The Heroes Initiative sponsored, and their phrase is helping comics change one day at a time. And I want to present my friend Gene Ha for the Dick Giordano Humanitarian Award for everything he did. Gene Ha.
Okay, let me just mention a few things in context of some things that have been said tonight. We met at SuperCon. I thought you were a charming young kid, and I hoped you made it in the industry, so I'm glad you survived.
You told me they were going to call you sir. I remember that. You said, you're a good man, sir. And you said, stop calling me sir.
And yeah, you said, yeah, I will stop, sir.
Yeah, stop, sir. I'll stop, sir.
I met Mike Waringo, but I never really got a chance to have a good conversation with him because I made the really dumb assumption. Sooner or later, I'm just going to have we're going to end up at some dinner table or something like that. I'm going to have a great conversation with him. I'm a huge fan of his work, and as other people noted, he had like the most dynamism possible inside of artwork, and I was so looking forward to meeting him someday, and it didn't happen. I was brought into the industry by the only submissions editor I've ever heard of that worked at Marvel or DC, who enjoyed the job, Neil Posner. And I looked forward to meeting him someday, and then he died before I could meet him. Should I also mention Jack Kirby also, like I was 2 years into the industry, I was thinking someday I'm going to meet Jack Kirby now. And so there's a list of people I really wanted to meet who I didn't get a chance to. So to literally everyone in this room, thank you for still being alive, even through the pandemic. I am grateful for all of your lives, all of you being here. I want to specifically mention, I had this, after my first projects at DC, I had an editor who was my drill sergeant, who drilled it into my head, you know, drop and give me 20, that wasn't good, drop and give me another 20, of don't let the flash subvert the story. The story comes first, make that work. And after that, you know, the Mike Waringo genius flash stuff, you know, the pizzazz, the jazz, that comes after you've made sure that the story's told right. That editor's name was Jim Owsley, which took me over 10 years to find out is the same guy as Christopher Priest. So, thank you, Mr. Drill Sergeant, Mr. Owsley. Let me see. Oh man, just whew. This is literally humbling because when I started off in the industry, it was at the end of I was at the end of a huge speculation boom. Sales were gigantic. 1 million copies of X-Men #1 sold. And you know, it was usually 20 people buying a single copy, you know, their own copies and then putting them in bags. And every year I worked in the industry for years after that, the comics industry in the United States got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I felt like I was climbing a mountain that was shrinking faster than I could climb it. And as you know, for the last about about 12, 15 years, sales have actually been going up again. And in part, that's because of people like Mr. Owsley/Priest, who drilled into the heads of those of us who wanted to do good storytelling to make the storytelling work, but also because of all you damn young bastards just bringing out brilliant new stories that are things that a lot of us back then in the early 90s debated and often believed could not work. Just the idea of webcomics being like this huge, giant, surging thing is just like so inspiring. So thank you, all of you, again, brilliant young bastards, for bringing me along for this ride and saving the industry so I can still have a job. I really, really appreciate it. I also want to bring up another group who are really important and who made a huge difference. Librarians. Now, there's a few... There's no better profession out there for getting kids into comics who haven't started reading comics yet, because they're free, the parents are distracted, and then there's just... I forgot the name of the teacher who came up here earlier. As you know, the kids who don't like reading can be tricked into reading literature if it's in the form of a comic book.
Yes.
Yeah, and early in my years in comics, I was living in Bloomington, Indiana, and I love Bloomington, Indiana. One of the best things is that I had both a great public library there, and I also had a really, really great university library system there at Indiana University. And I was doing a huge amount of... I was a horrible patron. I left Post-it notes in when I returned the books and stuff like that. And when I returned... one summer when I was there was this really cute girl behind the checkout counter checking the books back in. And I spent all summer thinking, oh, God, she is so cute. But I know she probably gets everyone hitting on her. And it'd just make it really awkward if I keep on coming back to return books. And she has to say no, and then she spends the rest of the summer or the rest of her however many years in her college career having me come up to her and giving her that awkward look. But then I didn't see her for a month. And then I saw her again. I thought, okay, she might be graduating, or I don't know, she might be a professional librarian. She might be leaving. I might never see her again. And so I finally asked her for her number, and she gave it to me, and that's my wife, Lisa Sharkey. And comics were not a big thing inside of libraries at the time. It wouldn't be for a while. And Lisa helped bring me into the world of comics, or not my world of comics into the world of libraries, helped me understand how to bridge the two. So I'm not going to be able to name enough of them, because there's so many librarians out there who have worked so hard to make it as normal to have comic books inside of libraries. It was not a normal thing back in the 90s, even in the early 2000s. It was kind of a battle. I'd like to thank some people at comic companies like DC and Dark Horse. I do not know the full history of this, but I do know two names of Rich Johnson with no T at DC Comics, and I asked Rich Johnson about this, and he said that I also need to mention Michael Martins at Dark Horse. Yeah, and others I do not know, for fighting to help, going to ALA meetings even when most librarians didn't think those comics believed inside of libraries, and they kept going. I'd also like to thank librarians like Robin Brenner, Eva Volin, and Mike Pawak, who in 2003, back again when it was not acceptable to so many librarians, especially the ones in senior positions, to put comics in front of kids in a library, served on the American Library Association's graphic novel task force, and of course argued that comic books are books. I'm going to single out one person who is at this convention. I don't think he's in this room, but maybe he is. The person who put out a comic book that in 2007 won BLA's Youth Media Award for the first time for a comic book, Jean Luen Yang's American-Born Chinese. If you're in the room, that's great. If he's not in the room, somebody tell him afterwards that I am grateful to him personally. And I'd also like to thank she's one of a group, but specifically librarian Tina Coleman of the American Library Association, who has fought for over about 20 years to help bring comics into libraries and help organize the Graphic Novels and Comics Roundtable to establish comics in library collections. Again, in the 90s, I was around 2000, I was thinking this industry is doomed and I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. So again, I am so grateful to all of you guys out there and online who saved my job. Also Joe Quesada thank you for saving Marvel. When he mentioned they were in Chapter 11, they were very close to the edge before things turned around there. I once went up at a convention, snuck up to the speaker. This is a little bit after the bankruptcy was announced, and said, "Okay, we're going to start bidding on Marvel. We're starting at $1. $1. Who has two?" And the con organizer was so mad at me. But again, thank you all for everyone out there. And all of your friends out there, if you let them know, I am so grateful to all of them for saving my job. I'm just going to end this with one more thing as a reference to John Gallagher and Jamar. Thanks for the memories.
Art. Oh yeah! 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 Famous cartoonist says things. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Famous cartoonist draws things. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Famous cartoonist paints things. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Famous cartoonist Art Baltazar.
It's all true. Everything that I said and everything that Gene Ha said is absolutely true. Now, we will get on with the show. I've been meaning to say it. I've been meaning to share that with you guys for a long time now. For a little bit. I've been meaning to share that momentous, historical moment in Baltimore Comic-Con history with the Ringo Awards. Hope you enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. It meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to my friend Gene Ha. You guys are here. Just love the intro. It was a little longer this time. It was at least 14 minutes. But I'm going to draw. I wasn't going to put on my camera. This is how I look today. It's cold outside. It's cold in here. And I am wearing my dad hat. This is my EIU, Eastern Illinois University baseball cap, because my son was here all weekend. He was here since Monday, Tuesday or so. I forget if it was Monday. He just left today about 1 o'clock, and life resumes. I had to take my daughter to driver education class, and I had to drive around, buy things. I brought home dinner. We had burgers and fries, burgers and tater tots, and wings and stuff like that. And this is what I look like today. I was going to do a drawing string, which I'm going to. I was like, man, I'm going to do a drawing string. But I wanted to show you this. I'm working on a new character. His name is the Phobe. There he is. He's some monstrous-like character. He looks like Sleepwalker. He's inspired from Sleepwalker. Where is it? The Phobe. See? And he started out as a little character right here, based off of Webster the Spider Monkey villain. And this was going to be a character similar to the Green Goblin, but I didn't know what to call him. And he turned into, this little guy turned into the Phobe. And then I thought, it's a girl character, it's a villainess. And I'm like, wouldn't this character be cool if it was to be included in Powers in Action? So I went and designed all these characters and all these shapes. But I came up with this one here as the final version, which I thought looked pretty cool. And then I thought, hey man, wouldn't it be cool if I made some Amigo figures based on it? And some Amigo figures based on packaging. Here's some packaging I did. Some package designs for some Amigo-esque action figures. And then I thought, hey man, wouldn't it be cool to draw those live on the air tonight? And that's what I'm going to do today. Charles is here. Thanks for sharing that. It's inspiring. Thanks for watching, man. I thought I would lose you guys, but as I was showing you, I got more viewers than I have right now. And Mark says, looking good? Thank you. Thank you, good. Mark Spencer Reynolds. And Charles says, cool. Charles always a positive, fun, loving person full of positive energy. Sweet. So I'm going to show something right now. The phobe looks awesome. I'm going to show you some drawings. I'm going to go ahead and do some drawings right now. And I'm going to show you. But first we need a little introduction to Famous Cartoonist going to draw things right now. Oh yeah, welcome back to the show. We are here. We are live. We are incredible. And we are doing things. It's all true. Every bit of this show is true. Every bit of you watching me right now is true. This is a character called Migor that I was drawing for. I was making a Amigo figure. This is the this is actually the packaging that I was drawing for Amigo. What am I saying? It's my custom Amigo figure. This is what I was drawing. See, it's Migor. This is the packaging, and the character is going to go on the right side of this. His name's Migor, the Jungle Chief. This is the packaging. I have yet to post this online yet. I'm almost done working on figures. I'm going to do about 20 of these, which would be like a 20 figure exclusive. And here's the back of the package. And here's what Amigo had this guy first. Amigo created this guy called the Jungle Chief, and this character was only available in a Amigo playset called the Amigo Super Vader. And you can see right here. Here's the story. Migor the Jungle Chief took inspiration from the original character created by Amigo Corp in 1974. The Jungle Chief villain card was included in the Amigo Super Vader playset. An adversary to Tarzan? Maybe. The villain card is the only Amigo appearance to date. The Jungle Chief was never made into an action figure until today. Then I signed it. Oh yeah. But here's what the Amigo trading card looked like. And then I decided I'm going to trace that so I could use it in a high-res version. And there's what it looks like, high-res. So it's the high-res version. So here's the back of the card, which is kind of cool. It's Amigo. It's got the websites. It's got my logos. And here's the front of the card. Amigo. Migor, the Jungle Chief. I thought that was pretty cool. Now I'm going to make the phobe. Here's the phobe. And he's cool, man. I'm going to draw his logo. But I've been drawing, like, here's what he looks like without the pencil lines. Because I started inking him. So he's pretty clean. But he looks like a hobgoblin type ghostly character. So I wanted to draw this guy all weekend. I've been drawing him, but I want to get him finished. And I thought to myself, hey man, why don't you go live with that, man? People would dig it, you know? So that's what I'm doing here. So he's kind of cool. So I figure I'm going to draw tonight. I'm going to draw live and do this. So here's what he looks like. Here's his face. I thought he was cool. He's like a mummy. But underneath the wrappings, he's like a zombie. But in the in the Spider Monkey comic, he's a girl. But possibly, I don't know if this is male or female in Powers in Action, but it's like a dead, skinny, human, living flesh type character. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to do that now. There's some stripes, some wrappings. And in my comic, my idea for this character was the phobe it's an undead character. And the phobe's power is he can make you afraid of anything he chooses for you to be afraid of. Like if you're fighting the phobe and you're in the woods, for instance, the phobe can make you afraid of trees. And then you're not going to want to fight him in the forest, so he can get away. I thought that was a cool idea for the phobe. You know what I mean? So today was going to be a night where I would go to bed early, but I've only been awake since about 10:30. Going to bed at 5 didn't seem didn't seem right, the right thing I should be doing. So I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna go and draw. See, and I'm kind of creating. This is the first time I've ever drawn the phobe in, like officially, like designing it and making it look right. I always had all these sketches in my sketchbook all this time. So I want the phobe to be like real skinny and creepy. Real skinny and creepy, almost like just like a creature who's so skinny you don't know what the heck it is, man. But if this thing's coming at you, you're gonna run for your life in terror. This thing's not something you want to mess with. You don't want to find out, what if that phobe is a foe and not a friend? So I'm thinking the phobe in my comic is going to be a villain, but I'm not sure. What if it's an anti-hero? And I really was inspired by the Sleepwalker character. I thought the Sleepwalker character was cool. So I have many commissions to do with the Sleepwalker. So this week I'll be doing more drawings, more videos, but they'll probably mostly be commission videos, like live drawing shows. But my camera was still set up here on my computer screen. I forgot what I was doing that it's still set up. I did a live Amigo show last week, which was really fun. How about that? Is he too tall? Look at him, real tall and creepy. See it? He's just creepy, right? And the straps could be alive. He could control the straps. Like he could control the straps and like grab you and throw you. I thought that would be pretty cool. Like Doc Ock. Doc Ock has those octopus arms. I think that would be pretty cool. That's what I'm thinking, man. Hope people dig this character. I like him, man. I've been thinking about him for a while. Look at that. His foot looks a little weird. It looks like a sock. Maybe it's the other one that looks weird. Maybe this one looks weird. Maybe this one looks weird, man. Hey, man. Maybe that one looks weird. My son was here for a week. It was pretty cool, but even though you're like, oh, I'm going to visit you for a week, there's always something, man. Something's always going on. Like, you can never just wake up and do whatever. You always have to wake up and say, hey, what's the plan for today? Because the plans change all the time. Today's the first day where the plans they finished at 3 o'clock. Plans finished at 3 o'clock, so now I could like do some drawing and stuff. Look at him. Oh, isn't that cool? That's the phobe. The phobe. But this is gonna be my Amigo packaging. that was pretty cool. This is going to be my Amigo Packaging. So it's actually the Phobe's first appearance is going to be on my custom Amigo action figure packaging. And I'm having such a fun time making these Migos, these Amigo figures, these retro figures. And I made some for the store. I made some Action Cat cosplay figures. And I think we're almost sold out. Or maybe we sold 4 of them. 4 out of 7. Which I'm going to have some more for this week. I'll probably go to the store on Tuesday. Oh yeah, comics on Tuesday. I should be there. Doing things, talking about things. Showing some new comics for the week. You know. But I've been making some of these characters for Amigo Meet. I'm trying to make an exclusive Amigo Meet custom Amigo figure to sell at the show. But people have been wanting them so much that some people want them who are not going to Amigo Meet. And I kind of like, I like the figures to be exclusive for Amigo Meet because it gives incentive for you to go to the show. But I also understand the people who can't make it. Like if you can't make it for whatever reason it is, because I know sometimes there's been years in the past where I couldn't make it to Amigo Meet. And I don't want those people to miss out either. So I'm making 10 figures exclusive for the show. And then I'm making 10 that will be online. But I might make, I'm not sure when I should sell the online ones. I think I might make them first. Because if I make them a secondary thing, people will say, I'll just wait to get it online and not buy it at the show. But I'm thinking if I make them exclusive for the first 10 for online and then sell the rest at the show, I think that might make them more exclusive at the show because they'll be the last ones you can get and the last times you can get them. You know what I mean? Does that make any kind of sense? I'm not sure. So that's what I've been contemplating now. But it seems like the magic number is 20 for each character. So right now, I'm having so much fun making exclusive Amigo figures, exclusive retro style Amigo custom action figures, that I think I want to do this regularly. Make it like a little series going on. Put them on my website, put them in the store. I think that'd be fun. Look at them. So I don't know if this is male or female, but the Phobe Amigo action figure will be on a man body. Just because I have more choices in body structure and stuff like that. When I make a custom Amigo figure on a man body, on a male figure, I think it'd be fun. They're just so much fun to make, man. It's all true. Everything you hear from me today is the absolute truth. I'm telling you guys the truth right now. The truth will set everyone free. All of us. I'm going to draw some more guys too. I have some more packages I want to design. I want to design Moon. Moon is one of my guys. Moon and Spectrumite. And a character I call the Blank Avatar. I think he'd be really fun too. He has these straps that can grab you. If he wishes, he could toss you. So you don't want to mess with the Phobe. Because the Phobe can make you afraid of anything he chooses for you to be afraid of. That could be anything. You could be, if you're in a toy store attacking the Phobe, he will make you afraid of teddy bears. And you will never want to go to any place that has teddy bears. Or if you're fighting the Phobe in a mall, he will make you afraid of mannequins. So that kind of thing. The Phobe is very powerful. He's got these straps, see? Isn't that cool? I've been designing the Phobe for a while, but I think I finally got him. I think this is cool. The Phobe. We're going to say, why'd you name him the Phobe, Balthazar? You don't know what that means. I researched before I start naming people. I researched them to make sure it doesn't mean anything else. It's true. And the phobe means that. It means someone who's afraid of something. But I know people add that to the end of words as an insult. But this guy, he's not insulting. He's just scary. When you see him in the dark, the phobe alone will instill a phobia against him. And not only does he have these strange straps, these mummy straps that will entangle your nightmares, but he rides ghosts. As you can see, there's ghosts down here. He's riding ghosts. So he enters the room with ghosts. It's creepy, Balthazar. I know I want a creepy guy. I was drawing Sleepwalker all the time. I got to do several sketches of Sleepwalker. And in my mind, I'm thinking, hey man, there's got to be a reason why people dig this Sleepwalker guy. And I started drawing him and I started digging him too. So I'm going to draw a few of these guys. I'm drawing creepier than creepy can get. I think that's pretty cool. And mostly I draw these characters, and even my wife laughed and she said, so you created the phobe so you can make Amigo of him? I'm like, well, I thought he would be fun to make as Amigo, but I created the character had an evolution. The character evolution was, first it was like, because I was drawing Sleepwalker so much, I'm like, hey man, I really like this Sleepwalker character. And it's hard to steal a character that already exists. I'm like, I want to steal this character, but I can't because every time I draw it, it looks just like the Sleepwalker. So I want to create a character that's just as creepy as the Sleepwalker. Don't know if it's going to be a good guy. Maybe I'll make the phobe a good guy. But either way, this phobe character is going to be creepy. That's the goal. It must be creepy. I got to erase what I've drawn because I've drawn through this thing. But it's like, man, I really want to make a creepy character. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know if the phobe will be part of the team or just something that makes the team, like they worry about it because the phobe threatens the team. But I thought it would be cool to have a character like this. But then I had this character for Spider Monkey that I had a sketch of this ghost-like character for Spider Monkey. And I knew it was a girl character, but I like, what am I going to call this character? I don't know what her name is. But she rides ghosts, and she's just like, I wanted her on like a goblin scooter. I kind of wanted a Green Goblin character for my Spider Monkey, but not the Green Goblin, but a similar type, you know? So I started messing around with little designs and put a hood on her and all this weird stuff. So then she became a ghost, like mummy ghost. Didn't know what her name was going to be. She was going to be Ghost 23, like ghost, goblin ghost. I was going to stay away from the word goblin. Mummy ghost, ghost strap. I had 23 for her eyes. That's where her eyes looked like that. I'm going to show you. Here's what she is without. I keep calling her. So I don't know if this is a her or a he. But in Powers in Action, it's just going to be weird and skinny. Right now, this is an Amigo card. So I got to kind of design this to be on a card. So I actually have to design it a little bit longer than this. So it has to go like let's figure this square right here that you see has to be the card. So I want to put some ghosts on here. Some weird, creepy ghosts. Creepy is the word, man. The word of the day is creepy. like that. Got this one coming out over here. Just creepy. I don't know what they're doing. And that looks weird. Don't like that. That's good. I'm gonna change this a little bit. I like the ghost. It's like one of my first characters that translates from the Action Cat superhero universe to the Powers in Action superhero universe. I think it works really well. So I need another thing over here. Let's strategically that. Yeah, that's cool, right? But I don't know. I don't know if the foe conjures these ghosts yet. I don't know exactly what it does. Maybe these are just images it makes you see. I'm calling the foe an it, because it is a creature. It is a creepy creature. People quite don't know what to make of it quite yet. The foe creates phobias. So look at that. That's cool. I think it's cool, man. Look at that. So here's the foe. I got more smoke. Here's the foe without the pencils. Let's see. There it is. I'm gonna add the smoke. I'm gonna add because the card is going to be. I'm gonna have to cut it off here. The card is gonna be longer, so I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add this smoke so I can add it to the card behind the character in case I need to draw it in layers. Dig? I dig it, man. You don't want a tangent. See, I created a tangent right there. See, boom. I'm gonna get rid of that tangent a little bit. Lower it a little bit. There you go. Tangent gone. I'm gonna figure these out. I got some overlap here. Just gonna trim it up a bit. The late night drawing Sunday stream. That's what this is. I didn't know I was gonna do this. Like everything I do when it comes to these live shows. Usually unplanned. I'm just gonna go on and record and see what happens. Look at that. This is cool. This will be a nice card. It's going to make a nice Amigo card. I'm going to work the words here. Save. The. I want to make it real creepy lettering. Like if they're just rushed. I want the letters to look rushed. Like if they're scared. The letters are afraid to hang around. They're afraid. The foe. I think this is what Jack Kirby would do at Stan Lee. He goes, I need lettering. He would just draw the lettering. Because if you look at all those early books, all the lettering seemed to be drawn like when they drew the monster books. So look at that. Foe. And then I'm going to draw the outline of it like this. I'm maybe going to add some. First, I'm going to add some imperfections. This. Just a little bit. Maybe even on the lettering. See, like that. I think this is what McFarlane would do. McFarlane made that character the Haunt. I think it was the Haunt, right? like McFarlane did that. You don't want to alter the letter. See, it still looks like it's supposed to say the fold. Now I'm going to add some background to it, so it pops out, because the letters are probably going to be black with some white. This pink stuff would be white. I think that would be pretty cool. Everything's pretty cool, man. Even my book agent asked me if I was on anything when we talk. I said, no, it's probably just lack of sleep, but this is me, man. That's how I talk. It's me all the time. Making things all the time, creating things every day. Sometimes I let this stuff happen. Early on in my career, I would always try to be real perfect. And then after a while, I'm just like, I'm just going to let it happen. I draw so many drawings that, and plus when I draw on the paintings and things like that, after a while, the imperfections become my style, and that's just how things look. And I can see more energy when it's imperfections. There seems to be more energy about. You know, things just look cool. When you, especially with paint, you just let the paint do its thing. See, look at that. Look how that looks. Isn't that cool? Fold. That's his logo. Just like that, he has a logo. I think that's cool, man. I'm going to press save. I have a swig for everybody. If you have it, it's time to swig. I'm going to read your comments. They look like they're fun. Okay, let me see. Look at that. Does that look cool? This is going to be my Amigo packaging. I want to add some shadow to these guys, I think. I think this green is the same green I chose. So let's do a different green. Let's not even go green. Let's go orange. I might make these guys transparent too when I color them. That'd be pretty fun. Because all of my backgrounds are gonna have the same stars. Like if I show you here, see if you look at Migor's background, he still has those comic stars in the background. That's gonna be the one consistency on my packaging. I think that'd be real fun. I think so. Boy, I see what happened. I see what I've done here, done. All right, now we got it. Fixed it. Now I know why. That was green. Making it work, though. Always make it work. Take the mistakes and make them your own. Okay, I'm going to go back to that other color. Yeah. Let's see what we got. The foe is here. He's ready to destroy you with some ghosts. Is that cool? Does he look good? Does it look weird? Save. Save them. I'm not sure what he is, but I like him. So I already know when I buy this guy, I'm gonna have to get him some Green Goblin boots. The foe. Phobia. Foe. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's gonna look cool in the colors. I'm gonna fix this here. This is a little weird. I'm gonna fix some of this, make it nicer. not so random. What's random but not so pointy, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Crisp, making it crisp. There you go. It's gonna be a cool Amigo figure. Might even be too much in the middle. But it's it, I'm saving him. It's gonna look good. What if I did this arm? This arm should probably go up higher so I can cut off the page, but it's okay. I got it set for Abraham Lincoln right now. You can tell, man, that's what I've been doing with all this stuff. I've been making comics. The full Amigo card front. Ready to go, man. What am I going to work on next? Let's see. I'm going to make the blank avatar next. Save as blank. His name is the blank avatar. Avatar. Because I was working on something that I had something open that I didn't have a picture uploaded. I think it was for one of my shows, and it says I had a blank avatar. Like, hey man, that's pretty cool, man. So I thought that was a pretty cool name because the avatar it gave me was a simulation of a face. So I thought that was cool. And the guy, the image on his chest that I'm going to use on his shirt, the blank avatar was, let's see, it looks something like this. It's going to be leaping. It's leaping. Let's draw my guys leaping. I need a closer picture of it. I got a sketch already. He's leaping. It's kind of like this. It's almost the same pose. Hope it's not the same pose as the phobe. But this guy's cool. I have him in my sketchbook over and over and over. But I never really drew him, like officially design him in. Kind of like a Marvel's Who's Marvel Universe version of the character. I like to get that. I like to get the character down. So there he is. He's leaping. There's some buildings. I like to get the character down really good and solid before I start drawing him over and over. And this guy has a mask. He's inspired by the spirit. He's also inspired by Steve Ditko's guy, Mr. A. But he's a character that is an Invisible Man character. And I kind of based him off of Slender Man too. Slender Man and the Invisible Man. But he's a superhero. But I'm not sure what he does yet. He's a superhero, but he's an Invisible Man superhero. So you see him only when he wants to be seen. Mostly he wears these clothes because he's invisible. So if he takes his mask off, you won't see his head. If he takes his coat off, you won't see his sleeves, and therefore as of, however. And he has this avatar on his chest. That is the avatar that you get before you put an avatar on. So it looks like this. It has the head and it has the shoulders. It's the blank avatar. And that's what he looks like. See that avatar like that? That's going to be what's on him. I thought he was a cool character. And I've been showing people in the biz, I've been showing them this character and they like him. And he's going to be part of my Powers in Action universe. All these guys are going to every character I draw, all my superhero characters are part of my Powers in Action universe. I just have to figure out where they're going to fit, where they're going to go, because all my characters are part of my own universe, but I have to figure out where he's going to fit. What story is he going to have? Because I'm planning 6 volumes of Powers in Action. I already did volume 1, but volume 2 is going to be like the cosmic guys, introducing the cosmic heroes. But in each issue, you're still going to have the characters that came before. So you're going to see a lot of these guys. You're going to see the street level heroes as well as the cosmic heroes. You're going to see aliens. You're going to see all that kind of cool stuff. And so far, I've been telling my family, which I don't know if I'm telling them or torturing them, but they're listening, because when I ask questions, they remember. So I'm saying things to my family, because every day I have my coffee, so I sit at the kitchen table because everybody was home this week, so I got to tell them all kinds of stuff. I'm on this crazy weird day shift now. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. See, there he is. There's the blank avatar. Sweet. Oh yeah. I'm gonna save this. Now I'm gonna read some of your comments. I know you guys were watching it when the award show was going on. Not so much right now. Well, let's see. People dig it. The fold looks awesome, you say. June is here. Hello, Troy June. You're awesome. Good to see you. Charles says it's cool, and it would be cool to see some purple shading. Well, the purple lines is what I draw with, and then I bring it into Photoshop and color it and change all the colors and stuff. Mark Spencer says Phobe could potentially have an endless amount of Doc Ock arms, paper cut type of arms. Yeah, the more mummy strands, or the mummy straps he uses, the more powerful he could become. It's all cool, man. Each arm instilling unique phobia in every grip, resulting in a lot of fears all at once. Yeah, and the arms, the straps are used, like octopus arms. He can grab you, he could tie you up, he could trip you down and stuff like that. I'm going to do some drawing now, too, with you. Dr. Ben, yes. I encourage drawing, man. You don't have to complete something. You just got to draw something, just get it going, start drawing. I like the anti-hero idea. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what the phobe's going to be. Or maybe the phobe could join the team. Maybe the phobe could be like, they don't trust him. Maybe he betrays him and then joins him, asks for forgiveness, something like that. Michael says, random question of the night. What existing Marvel or DC comic book series could use a hero or villain turkey character? Or should that be reserved for a future of Art Baltzar creation? Yeah, man, we'll probably put them in All Yeah Comics. I got a lot of random stories that I want to include into All Yeah Comics. But that sounds pretty cool, turkey character. I know they always bring a turkey character into the WWE and hit him with something. They hit him with a garbage can or something. Sweet. Watching you create the Phobe logic was epic. The Phobe logo. Oh, cool, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Charles always agree. Everything's awesome. I'm going to draw this guy, too. And this guy also doesn't have a logo. Let me see what is the blank avatar. I might do it like this. Just make it simple. Maybe I'll do, but then it'll look like, I hate when people do this though. The Blanc, it looks like Blanc. I'm gonna make that I'll probably do, maybe I'll put a lot of circles in his, avatar. Maybe I'll put a lot of like circles as a theme. Maybe we'll go like this. Maybe like that. Like make it circular. It might be fun. But the Blink avatar, maybe his logo should be maybe written like a typewriter, maybe. But I like making them all unique. I also like drawing the logos. Yeah, have this circle. Blank. Yeah, you know, have a circle thing because on his chest is like that circle. It's got this circle shape. I got this avatar saved somewhere on my computer. So when I draw it, the character, it's just going to be blocked in. It's going to be blocked in because when I make this figure, I'm going to print them out and glue them right on his chest. I think that might be pretty cool. So you got to be careful with the V because then it'll look like avatar. So I'm going to actually make it look like a V. Avatar. And Avatar always reminds me of that stupid movie with the blue people. That movie sucked, man. I don't know why people love that so much. The movie was terrible. I felt like I saw that movie 3 times before from other places. Like Dances with Wolves was the same movie. I don't know why that movie gets a good rap. See, it's like round. See, blank avatar. See, I'm gonna try to ink this guy. Let's see what happens. I'm saving him. Let's do it. I'm gonna go real quick. It's a little bit too fast. A little bit too fast, man. You guys digging the drawing show? Like, your show sucks, Baltazar. It'd be better if you weren't talking. What the? I chose the wrong marker. Here you go. But this guy's kind of based off of me in a way. Because the hats, I didn't want to give him a typical hat. I wanted to give him a hat that was something that I would wear. Like a flak hat. He's got like a flak hat. This is going to be round, more round, yeah, like that. I want to give him like a roundish. See, I don't like it. See, I'm going to fix it up. Something like that. I heard San Diego was going on this weekend, which is strange, but I think it might be fun. People seem to be enjoying the time out there. I'm really curious to see what happened, like how good it was, if it was crowded, because if anything's based off of what I've seen this convention season thus far, was what I seen was every convention was like filled like only halfway. And if San Diego is the same, plus being on a weekend like with the holiday, that's rough. Most people didn't want to leave their house the day after Thanksgiving. So it probably had a lot of local. I'm betting the fans, a lot of local fans, and I'm betting the people there, like the people there selling stuff, those were probably the people who were traveling. But I'm thinking the fans might have just said, I'll go next year. It's just me thinking that. I have no basis besides just me thinking. That's the best way, though, sometimes. Don't worry about it. It's just what I'm thinking. You know? People can rest easy if they know it's just your humble opinion. Right now, I'm looking for Amigo type clothing for this guy, and I'm finding clothes, but I can't find white pants. I really want him to wear white pants. I could still make this figure if he's just wearing white coat and black pants. It still works. I really want the character to have a white coat and white pants. So I might even hold off making this character until I get the white pants. You know what I mean? There he is. Now his head looks a little small because I drew his body too big. So let's see. Just gotta go fast. Sometimes when you go fast, it helps out. Yeah. Move his hat up a little bit. It's more like right there. Yeah, that's it. So I don't want his face to have a definition. I don't want to show his nose or his ears and stuff. I just want him to be straight, like kind of like this. Like that. Like he's just stretchy. But that'd be cool and interesting. You're not sure if the character's human underneath all this. He may not be. What if he's not human? It doesn't have to be human, right? What if he's not? What if he's not human? What if you're not human, Baltazar? It's true. You never know. Let's see. There it goes. And this should go up more than that. See? Every little adjustment. Every little adjustment requires another adjustment somewhere else. That's what's cool about this computer drawings. So you could allow for a mistake and you could correct it. And I know a lot of people don't like that. That's cheating, man. But it's still fun, it's still cool. It's still drawing. So you still gotta figure all these moves. There you go. But I do like drawing with ink. I do like doing ink drawings because they take a life of their own. And they don't always come out the way you plan them. Ink drawings sometimes just they look real different than what you thought they would. That's the truth. That's what happens. That's what happens, man. I sound like I'm falling asleep. I know. Why don't you take a nap, Baltazar? I know it's not even late, but it feels like it's like midnight. I almost want to call this stream, this show, an after dark show, but it's not even dark yet. It's just getting there. It's not after dark yet. And what is after dark? That would technically be the morning. When the sun comes out, it's after dark. That's not what we call it, though. After dark is the wee hours. My wife told me that the wee hours are definitely after 1 a.m. Many hours before that are not wee yet. But the vampire hours still not vampire hours right now. Vampire's still worried that I'm going to go to bed soon. Look at that. See, that's the blank avatar. The blank avatar has no shading. It's real clean. The character's real clean, real thin, and real tall. And the blank avatar is similar to Slender Man in a way. Similar to Slender Man. Similar? Yes, similar to Slender Man. But also similar to Mr. A or even the Spirit. Because this, I don't know what the powers of this character are yet. Other than he's invisible underneath his clothes. He's an invisible man. I don't know. It's got to be more than that. There has to be more than that to this character. Just being invisible. So he definitely leaps from building top to building top. Rooftop to rooftop. And he's a White Sox fan, too. I could tell that much just by looking at him. I keep reading things about baseball, and I don't want to yet because the season just ended. And it was a relief to see the season end. It felt good. It was a conclusion. There was a purpose to the season when you allowed the baseball season to end. That's how I felt. Like, oh good, it's over. I can move on. And I like reading about baseball news, but I think it's too soon. Because it just ended. And I want the baseball, I don't want to get tired of it right now, so I'm not going to read anymore. Does that make sense? I don't want to get burnt out on baseball before it even starts. Hey, man. It's a good idea, man. Why don't you take a break, man? You know what I mean, man? Okay, let's see. How many laces? 2? That's how you know he's wearing sneakers. This is how I draw sneakers. Baltazar style of sneakers. This is going to be a cool character. And I picked out the character already, and I'm about to buy the parts. Right now, the parts in the costume, including the body and the head I'm going to use, will cost me about $30. A figure, $30 a figure. So that's why a lot of these figures I'm making are going to cost about $60. Just because the figures alone, I have to assemble them all. And they cost about $30 of each figure to assemble. So I don't know how many I'm going to have of this guy. Definitely, I'm going to have enough for everybody. Let me see. I'm going to find a blank avatar online. Ah, yes. All right, Mark says he's loving the drawing show. Ralph is here. Good to see you, Art. Good to see you, Ralph. You're a good man. You gotta go. Bye. See you, man. Yeah, man. Good. Do good things, Charles. You're a good man. Okay. I have this. Let me see if I can find a blank avatar before I go any further. It's possible. It's possible that I could find a blank avatar. Or just, maybe I'll just wing it. I already know what it looks like. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to draw it over here. I'm going to make my own. Let's go right there. But I want to make it perfect. I'm going to take a circle. I need to make it perfect, right? It's going to go right on here. And I'm going to fill that in. And then I'm going to draw another one. Actually, I do like this. Watch. I cut and paste it. And then I'm going to fill it with another color. I'm going to do a different color. There it goes. I made it black, but I want it. I'm going to do it like another. Let's do it. Maybe do the blue. And then I scale it. I shrink it a little bit so the circle is perfect. And I put it inside the other circle. I'm going to make my own logo here so nobody can accuse me of swiping. All right, there it is, and I move it to where I need it in the middle. Right, look at it. Eyeballing it. This is what you call eyeballing it. That's pretty good, see? Now I'm going to draw a blank avatar. Maybe I'll draw another circle. Let's do another circle. Put this one in the center of that. I was going to find one to trace it, but I know what they look like, so I'm just going to draw my own. That makes sense? Makes sense, Baltazar? All right, let's see. This is what his logo is going to look like on his body. Now if I do, I'm going to change this color. I'm going to make this red. Now if you see, he has like shoulders. Here's a blank avatar, looks something like this, right? I'm not sitting close enough. I'm not over it, hunched over. Okay, there's the logo. Blank avatar. Now, not quite right. Not quite. Try and figure it out, man. Try and figure it out. Not quite. I feel that this should be a little higher. And this bottom part should be a little bigger. Maybe like this. Maybe like that. Let's see. I looked up and it says I'm already drawn for an hour and 16 minutes, and it doesn't feel like that. Maybe because that video. The video took about 15 minutes. All right, now the shoulders seem a little wide, but this looks pretty good. I'm gonna make this a little bit narrower. Watch this. Yeah, like that. There it is. This is the blank avatar's logo. I think that's what I have. I think I took it from somewhere. I was intending to trace it, but I don't have time to look for it. I'm just going to draw my own right now. Okay, let's see. Blue? Yeah, there it is. Watch this. Boom. Look how clean. What do you guys think? Is that cool? Now, what if I did the blank avatar? Let me do this green a little bit. Make it a little thicker. Because it's gonna go on his blue. It's gonna be black and white on a black and white logo on a black shirt. So I'm gonna try to get this a little thicker. This outlying line. See? Blank avatar. That's a character. I think that's a cool character, man. That's going to be a logo. That's going to be on his shirt. Save. See, that logo's going to fit right on a shirt, right there. And whenever I draw it, that's what it's going to look like. Now, this is going to be Amigo Packaging. This logo's going to go on his shirt. And it's going to be stretched and moved around so it could fit the proportions. But the bottom of here is going to be like part of the packaging is going to have like buildings. I think that'll be fun. Just so every one of my packaging is going to be different. And you can hear my sleepiness in my voice. It's just weird. Ever since Thanksgiving, man, everything's been weird. Like everything's been. One day you're tired, then you watch movies. We were planning on watching Spider-Man: Homecoming yesterday. Everybody fell asleep. I couldn't watch it. We were all sleeping. I couldn't gather everybody. And like we want to do different things, but it's hard to do things when everybody's sleepy. Look at it. If I do that, that would be a cool Amigo package. He's leaping. And all of this is going to be, all the background's going to be the stars, comic stars. I can't wait to make these guys, man. I'm almost more excited to make the figures than I am to make the comics. Because it's a lot of fun to figure out. What comes next, like Amigos, like how to figure out how to make them. It's just cool. I just dig it. I dig it, digging it hard and fresh, yo. You can dig something like that. I may have invented the way how. Hard and fresh. Shut up, Balthazar. I know, man, I know. Sometimes that critic is here. The critic is here, man. Ready to take over. And I'm not sure if this blank avatar, is he in the big city or is he in the neighborhoods? Can't be in the suburbs though. Not a lot of stuff happens in the suburbs because we don't have those big buildings. There's no giant buildings in the suburbs that you could jump from. Unless you go through a few blocks in the suburbs, usually the downtown area. But downtown Chicago, man, there's all kinds of stuff all the time. You could swing from it every day if you want. You could go right now, nobody's gonna care. They're gonna see a superhero and say, yeah, that's normal. It'd be cool to see him swing. I've been meaning to draw all day. I had my sketchbook with me upstairs for a few days, just breakfast time. Even all day Thanksgiving, I was kind of sketching. I drew that Galactus. If you guys want to see Galactus, go to my eBay page. There's a link in the video. I drew a Galactus. It was really cool. I sold other ones today. Some of my bids or my auctions ended. That was pretty cool. So I want to thank everybody who bought. Thank everybody who said, hey man, I want to support the famous cartoonist. Hey man. So I appreciate all of that. And that's fun, man. It goes so I can make things. So I can make comics. I'm trying to save money to make comics now. But some of my plans have been altered slightly. Not changed. Yeah, changed means altered, yeah. Not canceled. But put on somewhat of a hold until I see what the future is. Because I finished, well, I'm not finished, but I'm almost finished with Abraham Linkage. I'm on I think page 13 or 14 of the inks. I colored a lot of stuff. I lettered the whole book. But I'm also on page like 48 or 64 or something like that. I'm way ahead on Cora the Flora from Bora Bora. I already did one book, but we're going to hold back that book and pitch it to a bigger book company and see what happens. So right now I'm on page 68 because I'm making the story larger. But right now we're going to see what happens. I've been working real hard on that stuff. And hopefully I have, no matter what I have, I'm going to pitch the first 68 pages to a book publisher. And if they don't want it, I'm going to print that next 27 pages and put it out as a one-shot like I did with the Cora book. But that's what I'm doing with Abraham Linkage too. If nobody wants it, I'm going to do it myself. So all my stuff will eventually be put out there. And I was telling myself, me and my wife were talking about this, talking about with my kids. Like, I have so many projects that I want to work on, and I keep making up more stuff all the time. So I really want to concentrate and just do my own thing. I don't care as much if I don't get a book deal somewhere, but if I do, that's cool too, because it helps me make $1 million. But if I don't get that, that's really not, if I don't get a book deal, that may not be the goal. My characters need to be alive, and that's more precious than anything. I just can't have a sketchbook full of characters that nobody knows about. So I gave myself a deadline of 10 years. And in 10 years, I'll be 63 years old. And when I'm 63 years old, I should be done with all this stuff. But more realistically, I'll probably be done with all this stuff in the next 5 years. If I only do my own thing. And that's my goal right now. I just want to do my own thing. And so people say, well, what do you want to do at 10 years when you finally catch up? And my goal in 10 years is to sit back, go to conventions, and sign and sell all the books I've been working on for the last 10 years. So if I have them all at my table, that would be pretty cool, I think. I have all these comic books that I've been working on for the last 10 years at my table, ready to be signed. Signed and sold to the masses. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's where I see where I'm going with all this stuff. So it's going to be around, man. It's going to be alive. It's going to be something. That is, but if I get a book deal from a big publisher, that's cool too. I'm okay with that. But if I do not, these books are coming out anyway. Characters need to be out there. There's no way I'm going to let the characters only survive in my schedule. So part of these Mego figures are kind of like getting people interested in some of my comics and some of my Powers in Action books. So I just have to get these characters into my books. Like the Blank Avatar and the Foe. I got to get them in there. So they stay sort of alive, you know? They're alive in there. This is cool. I'm digging it. If you guys have something to swig, now's the time. Swig. Yeah. I see what you guys are saying. Thanks. I'm going to read things. Well, you said the Blank Avatar. Oh, it already has the A. That's a nice shaped A, yeah. See, the blue could be an A. Blank Avatar. I should put a hat on him. But that's what he looks like. He's going to be blank. He looks a little bit like the Slender Man. Watch, I'll take away the pencil like this. Look how clean he is. Man, is that cool? He's just awesome. He has no weapons. He's just a guy who's leaping. He's leaping from building to building. I think he's going to be cool. That's the goal, man. That's what I'm doing with this guy. I got 3 more Amigo packages I'm going to draw. I don't know if I'm going to do them all today. It's going to be fun, man. This is going to be real cool. I'm a big fan of everything right now. It's cool, man. And I'm having so much fun making these custom Amigo figures. I can't wait to release the Jungle Chief. I ordered more parts. I have more heads to paint. I have more bodies to make, more costumes to paint. And that's going to be real fun. I made 10 already. 10 packages. I put them on the packages already, but I have to get the figures on there. I didn't show them yet. I might release an image of the package this week, but they're not really going to be sold until June. So teasing them too early it might not be a bad thing, but if I tease too much early, people are going to say, "Hey man, where is it?" But I'll tease it. See, so December, January, February, March, April, May, June. That's 6 months. 6 months is pretty good. That's usually when they tease movies, right? 6 months out. Yeah, but that's an action figure, Baltazar. It's not a movie. It's true. Just like making stuff. I'm working on Go-Go Z also. Like tomorrow I need to really write some stuff. So I might go to a coffee house tomorrow. Now that I'm on these daytime hours, it's really strange for me. I've been waking up at like 7 a.m. ever since Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving a few days, man. It's been rough. I've been going to sleep before midnight. Like the vampire's mad at me. She's like, "Hey man, where are you? I miss you, man." That's what she says to me every day. My Salma, I forgive me, Salma. But I'm not around for you to bite at night anymore. I almost fell asleep today. Like I just go upstairs to my bedroom to change my pants, you know, to take off some jeans and put on some sweatpants or floppy pants. And I just sit on my bed I lean back and then I'm almost out. But I'm like, man, it's only 5:30. I want to go draw some stuff still. That's the honest truth. That's what happened today. Like, hey, man, don't you want to draw some stuff today, man? But I was real excited to draw these Amigo covers. This Amigo Packaging. That's what I'm drawing right now. This is Amigo Packaging for the blank avatar. I have to figure out how to make these figures. Like, I had these toy design or these superhero designs. Then eventually I got to figure out how am I going to translate that into a superhero custom Amigo action figure. That's kind of cool. That's the fun part. And then when I figure out how to translate it, then I go and buy all the parts. And I have the blank avatar ready to be purchased right now. I have all the parts that I assembled, that I figured out how to make them. And I had to eliminate the t-shirt, and I had to eliminate, there's two things I had to eliminate because the price of the figure was too much. It was already like $35. I got it down to $30, or it was like $42. I got it down to $30. Like, okay, that's more manageable. This way I could sell it. I'm selling these custom figures for $60, which I think is a pretty good price. Since it took me a little bit of money to make these guys, I think to make the Jungle Chief, it cost about $35 to make it. So if I could sell it for $60, that would be a pretty good time, worth the time. Plus I'm painting the heads and stuff. So that stuff, it's kind of a, I don't know, people always say it's a catch-22, and I don't know what that means. So I'm not going to say that, but it's pretty, it's like challenging to try to get the good price on these characters when I'm not really, I don't know what the price should be. And it almost has to be, what's your time worth, and what's everything worth to you. But also, it also has to be, what are people willing to pay for? I mean, people will understand, that's worth $200, man. I said, yes, but who's going to buy it for $200? And I'd rather have people buy these things than just me showing them off and say, look what I made. You know, I've already done that with custom Amigos, and I don't mind not selling those because I want those custom Amigos in my collection. But it'd be cool to give people the, I think people want to buy this stuff. So that's where I'm sitting. So every time I do a custom Amigo for the convention, for the Amigo meet, people always ask me how much are they? And I just goof around and say, oh, $50 each. And they're like, oh, really? I'll take a few. And they're like, no, I'm just kidding. Which is true. People, when they go to Amigo meet, though, they bring Amigo meet money. It's like vacation money. You save up all year so you can spend money on toys. I know I do. I don't know if anyone else does. When I go to Amigo meet, the first year I went, I had $300 cash in my pocket. And I went through that, and then I went to the ATM and got more money. I ended up spending probably, I bet I spent about $500 after I keep going back and getting money. And I knew that next time I go, I'm just going to bring $500. Then I did that, and I think I was pretty good. I don't know if I spent all my money I brought, but I know I brought enough to spend. It's like, you don't know, I'm not planning on spending $500, but I know that if there's something there that I might want that I'm not expecting, I got to be able to have the money to buy it. That was my reasoning. So if you go somewhere and you're like, man, I want to buy something, but that thing's $100, wasn't prepared. That's difficult to do. But if you're prepared to buy it, you're like, yeah, man, I'll take it. You know. Shut up, Baltazar. Maybe some of us don't have the money to buy Amigos. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to do that. The critic is harsh. I should make a figure of the critic. You know? I should make the figure, the critic. The exclusive. But I'm thinking about making action figures, just put them on my website as exclusives. So I think my website I could do like a limited stock, what do you call it, inventory? I think if I list something on my website, I can limit it. I could say I only have 10 of these things. I'm pretty sure I could do that. I definitely could do that on eBay. And I have an eBay store. But you guys can see the link here. I have this cool Galactus figure. Galactus drawing that I made. It's on eBay right now. It's only like $42 current bid. I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to make $1 million. That's my next goal in the next 5 years. 10 years is to make $1 million, but I think I could do it in 5. Same with all these deadlines, man. I need to get them done. They're not even they're my own deadlines. They don't belong to anybody else. I think I could do it, though. You're not going to do anything, Baltazar. I am. I'm at the point, man. The weird part, and I don't know if it's weird and cool or just weird, is that I don't get emails from anybody. No work. There's nobody out there waiting for me to hand in my stuff. And that tells me I can do my own stuff now. Until they start, but they're not starting. Everybody I know is not working at the places I remember. So I'm like, all right, I'll do my own thing. I'm not going away. I'm just gonna do my own thing. So I like going to shows. I like doing the conventions. But I gotta wait for all of this mask stuff to go away. Because being at the convention with the mask, it's kind of a downer, man. I'm not digging it as much. And my family's going to a play to see the Nutcracker. And that's where Sonny's going to star in the Nutcracker. But everyone on stage is wearing masks, and that's kind of interesting, but it's not what you want. Luckily, it's not a musical. It's a ballet. So, luckily, it's not a musical, so you don't have to see their faces. As long as their mask matched their outfit, that would be good. That would be clever. Know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm not going to make it this year, but my wife is going with the girls. I only have one daughter, but I have like several girls. The girls are always in my house. I'm always driving them home. And they're always in here eating my food. No, that's not true. I do order pizza for them, so it's okay. But all the girls are always here, and they make cookies, and they bake things, which is cool. But I have all the girls. They're all in my house, and I'm pretty sure at this point I share custody with many of them with their parents. Shut up, Baltazar. I know. But I have the cool house. I have the cool house, and all the cool kids in the neighborhood, and all the parents wish they could be my friend. They're like, hey man, we like that cartoonist guy. He's a little weird though, but we like him. We think he's cool. I wonder what the people really think of me though. I don't really care, but it's always something that I wonder. I know my next door neighbor's cool. He asks me stuff. He sees me wearing berets sometimes. I go out after I do a drawing show or a painting show. I go out and get the mail, and I'm all full of paint. He's like, hey, man, what are you doing, man? I'm always carrying large boxes in the house in the middle of the night. Let's do a save. Let's wait for you guys. That was delicious. I got a spicy beverage tonight. I don't know if that's helping me stay awake. Spicy beverages are part of the season. 'Tis the season. My son Gordy just went back to school today. I got an email or a text saying he arrived and he sent proof. He sent a picture with him and his friends standing in front of the dorm. I got a good kid there. He's cool. We did a live show at Aya Comics last Tuesday with my good friend Joe Crone, one of the workers over there at the Aya Comics Skokie, along with Ewan. Ewan's a good man, running a shop. They're doing good things, those guys. We can't have the shop without those two guys. And Joe loves making videos. We're doing that together, man. Part of the team. Hopefully I can make it Tuesday to the shop. I thought about things I had to do. Hopefully I can, if I don't do them tomorrow, I can get stuff done. I really like to go to the shop. We go on Tuesdays and we do a live show. Right here on this page, you guys usually watching. If you're watching on the Skokie newspaper, if you're looking on the Skokie, Aya Comics Skokie Facebook page, that's where we will be. But I have a new platform right now. I'm broadcasting live from Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, you could find me. I don't know how many people I have viewing me from Twitch. Probably not many, probably not any. But it's an opportunity, so I took it. They said, hey man, you could be on Twitch now, man. I'm like, okay, let's try it. See what happens. Okay, there's the blank avatar. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I meant to enlarge it. There he is. This is what the Amigo card is going to look like, but without the pencil lines. Let's see. That's it right there. I think this is pretty cool. And the avatar, the circle on his chest will be, the avatar will be on his chest. And I'm going to draw the avatar, I'm going to draw this logo, blank avatar. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do them in circles. It'd be hard to read though. I'm going to go ahead and do a freestyle. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are doing, man. You guys are saying a lot of stuff. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. I remember all these. Oh, here's a new one. The blank avatar logo already has the letter A in it. That's true. That is true. We pointed that out. In the negative space, there's an A. D. Brad is here. D. Brad just saw the notification. What's happening, man? Everything, man. I like the video was lively in the beginning. I showed the introduction and the acceptance speech from Gene Ha, and I showed my little speech I gave to Gene Ha, which was live and recorded from Baltimore Comic-Con for the Ringo Awards. It was pretty fun. Love swinging as Spider-Man in the video games. Oh yeah, Gerard, you're a good man, sir. Swig to you. Swig to you and yours. D-Brad, can you tell us generally what you do for a book pitch? I could. I kind of do a summary. I do a few character sheets. I do a summary of the story. And normally I pitched series to DC Comics when I pitched Superman Family and Superpowers. It was a summary pitch. It included the characters and redesigns of the villains. But for like a pitch for Gilbert, I pitch a summary and characters. It's just summary. I don't really pitch more than a page. I pitch everything that they can read in like less than a minute. Because if you pitch anything too much, then they get bored. And I've always heard the term, nothing kills a pitch faster than a staple. So if you have to staple 2 pages together, you're already too many pages. So I always give them I have 1 page of text, not even that much. I double space, make it real non-intimidating. And then I give them more art than anything. Because they can look at the art really quickly. It's true. Just swigged my last drip. Coffee? Man, I went through a lot of coffee today. I'm swigging already the adult beverages. Let's do it together. Ooh, Manga Studio. It is, man. It is Manga Studio. I think Manga Studio now became Clip Studio. But I'm using Manga. I still got the first one. It's called Manga Debut. Manga Studio Debut. Is there a character you'd like to make Amigo of? I love making Batman. Batman and Superman. I have a whole bunch of them. And I keep saying, I'm not going to buy another Batman. I got so many. But every time they make a Batman, I buy it. But I like making a lot of them. I like making different versions. I have a bunch of Wolverines. I have Spider-Mans. I make the same guy over and over because I keep getting parts. Gerard says, love your wife gives you a hard time about... Your wife might give you a hard time about hobby spending? No, not really. She understands. But I mostly have to... My idea is like, if I buy something for a hobby, I'm going to show it on my show. Because then it becomes part of everything. But a lot of times I'll make a hobby... I won't spend too much. I don't spend a lot. I don't think I do. But I always spend it. I'll use PayPal money, so I could kind of disguise it a little bit. It makes sense if it's coming from PayPal. You know? But I try not to spend so much, but I do. I do spend things, yes. She never gives me a hard time, though. If I ever tell her about something is valuable that I collected, owns, she sells, she says to sell. Yeah. My wife said to sell too. But I do okay, like, if I buy stuff, then I'll sell drawing on eBay and stuff like that. But I'll buy stuff with convention money. If I go to a toy show, I'll bring cash. You know, stuff like that. So, it's all good, man. We didn't really fight her about that stuff. I'm not out of control, that's why. I hope you make a few cool million. Yeah, man, I'm trying, man. All I need right now is 1 million, but I'm trying. I got a big jar in my house. I keep putting coins in there, trying to make $1 million. Joining late. What's up, Wolfie? Wolfie's here, everybody. Good to see the Wolfman. Is that old weird mask on stage? Yeah, they're going to be wearing masks in the Nutcracker and the ballet. So, hopefully it'll be okay. Molly says, looking good. Thank you, Molly. Molly Clark, everybody. Shout out about your Galactus piece. Shout out about your Galactus piece on eBay. Yeah, man, looks good. Yeah, man, I'm going to bring it up on my phone because I can't do it on this. I can't do it on this, on my computer because I don't have a file for it. But it is on eBay right now. And here it is. I'm going to show you the digital version. You guys see that? You can't see that. It's too small, Baltazar. Well, that's what it is. Or maybe I could bring in... I could bring it on eBay, right? Let's do that. Let's do an eBay. And I could bring it over to this. I could do this and bring it over. No, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to mess up. Because people are already getting mad. Shut up, man. But though, if you go on eBay, follow the link in the... Follow the link. Or if I stop sharing, watch. I can stop sharing, but then I want to share again because I'm going to draw the rest of this avatar. See, look at there he is. There's... So how's he going to get into focus? There he is. But this is a... He's out of focus, but that's my Galactus who's on eBay right now. You guys should look at it. It's pretty cool, man. I drew this... It took me almost 3 hours to make it, and I was watching some videos on I was watching interviews on my YouTube, but watching it on my TV. That's what I was doing the day after Thanksgiving. It was pretty fun. Let's see, I'm gonna draw this logo. Let's see how this logo looks like, but I gotta get this off my phone now. Alright, here we go. Let's see if this is big. Should I go thicker? I'm gonna do thick. And I like drawing the logos freehand style because it just adds to, I think it just adds to the design, and it matches the character. To me, it just matches. Just matches the look of the character for me, I think. But this got this circle pattern in there. And I kind of get a sense of the design, but I just kind of wing it. See, blank. So you kind of get where I'm coming from, man. See? That's kind of cool, right? Blank. See? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Instead of picking a typeface or like a really defined, calculated kind of lettering, but the V has to be pointy. There's no way I can make a brown V because it's going to look like it says Avatar. And right now, the lines are all connecting. We're going to make them connect. A Vader. That movie, a Spielberg movie with the blue people. Wasn't that good, man? The movie was awful. I don't know why. But now they're saying they're making a sequel. It's already been like 15 years. I can make a sequel after 15 years. I guess you could if it's like Star Wars. You can make. There's always going to be Star Wars stuff. But they keep messing it up. They should just make movies and shut up and just keep making stuff. Don't make them stupid. You got to make them good. Just make them good. Anytime you make something, you just make it good. Like, who's telling you, like, when they release bad movies, who's telling you, oh, that was brilliant, sir, brilliant. That was perfect. That's what everybody wants. Nobody wants to see that stupid stuff. Like, right now, I'm looking forward to Boba Fett. I think it looks cool. I showed my kids the trailer over the weekend. And they're like, yeah, that's going to look good. I'm like, man, I hope so. I think it will. I think the first trailer of Boba Fett was underwhelming. But I think they did that on purpose because they don't want to give it all away. Because I think there's going to be more to that than we know. And I'm hoping that Jabba the Hutt's son shows up or something. Takes over the hut. Blink Avatar. Yeah, that's it, right? There it is. That's what he looks like. Look at there it is, real clean. There's the cover, real clean. Now, should he have one? Yeah, it's going to be one word like that. So it goes across the top of the card. I wonder if I should do a... I wonder if I should do a I'm wondering it must be true. So I'm going to do a double blank, what do you call it? Like a shadow. Because more than likely his logo will also be black and white. Fill. And I could go like this, watch. I could lower it a little bit. Look at that. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Watch how cool it's gonna look. Right now it looks 3D. Watch. Looks all disco right now. I fill it up with white. That's cool. The avatar. I'll go back in there and fill up this. See, because I just covered it. See, watch. Outside is like this. I just made it twice. Boom. Look at that. That's going to look good. So it's going to have like probably white. It's probably going to be white with black outline, but maybe like a gray or a blue behind it. probably what it'll be. Yeah, that's cool. Here it is. I gotta put my name on there. Oh, actually, my name's on the original, so I'm gonna leave it. Maybe his bottom of his shoe should have lines. Put some lines on the bottom. Like this. There you go. Yeah, look at that. He looks cool. When I first designs of this guy, I kept thinking I'm gonna put some shadow on his face, like this kind of thing. But I think I just want him to be white. Thinking about this, I was thinking I'm gonna do like that. But I don't really like that. If the character, I want him to just have a stark white look to his face. Oh, I see I got a picture of his hat. Yeah, his hat's gonna be like that. His hat's gonna have a highlight of like this. Yeah, that's good. It's gonna be black, and the rest of the outline's gonna be white. It's like a glimmer, like a sheen. I think that would be cool. I think that's cool, right? Look at that. See, the hat's real smooth. And historically, this hat is the same hat that I bought that started my hat collection. That's why he's wearing this hat. I'm gonna fix this a little bit right here. It's gonna be longer here. The orange is gonna be, it's not even it. Here it is. There you go. So a sleeve, yeah, that's how we'll go. That's it, man. This is gonna be good. The blank avatar. There's his Amigo packaging. In the back of the packaging is going to be all the same. Every character is getting the Powers in Action backing. They might be different though, because my friend Troy is making some Powers in Action Amigos for me. He's not for me, but we're going in together. Troy's making custom figures so he could sell them at Amigo Meet. I'm going to show you the packaging. Oh, here they are. You probably can't even see. It's so small. So small. Show bigger, Baltazar. I'll show you bigger when I get larger here. Let me see if I could. I'm going to save this. Bring it in. I'm going to bring it into. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I got to fix his hands though. I'm going to add a little shadow to his hands. The figure is probably going to be real different than the drawing. Because I'm working on a figure right now, and he's okay looking. He's going to look like him. But what's important to me is I got to get these guys into comics because I can make the figure, but not many people will know who he is. They're like, oh, that's cool. But they won't want to buy him if they can't read about the character, I think. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they will. But I have a feeling that people are going to want to read about the character and buy the figure. If I do a figure without a comic, it's going to be weird. And I always thought about including a mini comic in with the figure, but I have to make a comic book that would fit in the proportions of the packaging of this guy. I don't know if I want to do that. We'll see. We'll see. Because I got some other plans right now with a few other comic book characters. There you go. Yeah, that looks cool. See, it's consistent. And then the black the glove, the shoes are going to be black shoes with white trim. So he's wearing a white jacket and white pants. But so far the figure, I can't find white pants. So he might have a white jacket and black pants. But she still looks good. Still looks good like that. Because everything else is the right colors. It's just the pants that will be black instead of white. But I'm still going to be on the lookout for white pants. Unless I find like light pants that I can maybe dye them. But I don't know if I'm going to be making him soon. But I don't know if he's going to be my next figure or the phobe will be my next figure. You were like, what's the phobe? Balthazar just got here. Yeah, I drew the phobe earlier. I'm going to draw the phobe. I'll show you the phobe. He's cool. He can make anybody afraid of whatever he chooses for you to be afraid of. That's kind of cool, I think. I think that's a cool power. Can't make me afraid, Balthazar. No, not me making you afraid. It's the phobe. The phobe is making you afraid. Making you afraid of everything. You got a phobia? Maybe. I was always afraid of dogs. And I was always afraid of heights. I'm afraid of being on a ladder. I'm afraid of standing on the edge of something. And I'm afraid of mostly dogs. I don't like dogs. They scare me. The mean dogs do. Happy dogs are okay, but I still don't like them. How can I not like dogs, Balthazar? I don't know. I'm afraid. I always feel they want to bite my face. I'm afraid. That's it. I'm just scared. Alright, here's what he looks like. That's him. Yep, that's it. That's what he looks like. Sharks, too. I'm afraid of sharks. I think everybody is, though. I don't want to swim with sharks. I don't want to touch a shark. I'm gonna fix this little corner. See, now I'm getting picky. Normally I'm not like this. I kind of like the imperfection sometimes. But I'm gonna bring that into. He's gonna ask me, do you want to resave? I'm gonna say yes. Here he is. That's the Amigo packaging for the blank avatar. Yep. Now, here's what, for you just joining us right now. For joining us, the crowd here, I'm going to show you what the phobe packaging looks like. Here's the phobe. There's the phobe. He's my character that's going to make you afraid of anything that he chooses for you to be afraid of. But I'm going to make some figures in these two. I'm going to make figures of these two characters. It's true. I'm going to save. This guy don't need to be saved. I'm going to draw some, probably draw some stuff in a little while. But I'm going to show you the packaging so far. Here's the Amigo packaging. Here's the back of the card. This is the back of some of the stuff I'm doing for Troy Younger. He's making some Amigo powers in action characters. And here's the guys, like I kept thinking, like, what would they look like? But I'm going to make a backer card for each individual. Right here, that's Lynx right there. And that's Moon. And then that's Amulet. And that's Darkstorm right there. So this is the back. But I might add my guys to this too. I might add some more guys and use the same backing for all the characters the way Amigo did. But when Troy does them, he's going to get his credits here. Corey's gonna get the credits on the Troy X figures. That might be fun. Swig. Now's the time for swigging. What's happening to the internet, man? I got delayed there. Something's happening. Maybe things are trying to catch up. Shout out about the Galactus. Yeah, he's on there, man. Do you have Amigo made? Do you have Amigo made of the folk? No, I'm working on one though. I'm trying to get the pieces together, and I'm going to make a prototype, like I do with all my figures. I try to do a prototype first, and then I could do and I could see what parts I need to collect and buy and things like that, and if I need material to make a phobe figure. But the phobe is probably going to be the next guy. Or I actually have Spectrumite and Moon almost built. So I have a few Moon figures right now. I'm going to probably show them on my next live show. D-Bread gotta go. My guest arrived. I'll watch you. Yeah, man. Tune in later, D-Bread. It looks like I'm cutting out. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening in my internet. Something's happening right now, man. Maybe this is my live show. Something's happening. Mini comic MO2 U style. Oh yeah, mini Master Universe style would work. That'd be the $200 figure, right? Maybe I could do a little thing like that. The Blink Avatar might be a cool figure to do in a mini comic because he's all black and white, and the character or the book could be black and white. Charles agrees. He says that's cool. Well, we'll see, man. I like doing all this stuff. I like drawing stuff. I like making videos. I like making Migos. I like wearing warm clothes in the winter. Well, we'll be doing there's lots of drag. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just dragged, man. It started dragging. I see it starting to drag. Hopefully you guys are hearing my voice. But on that note, I'm going to start leaving. I'm going to go do things. I need to take a break, you know, all that good stuff. But you guys are awesome. I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. Maybe if I, what if I refresh? If I refreshed, will I lose it? I just refreshed. Am I still here? It worked, right? I think my refresh it finished. I can see it now. My refresh has sustained me. I was gonna go. Let's see what he says. Wolfie says, these are going to be cool. I still need to get Powers in Action number 2 and 3 and 4. We'll order from you soon. Yeah, I have them on my website, man. The mini comic with a figure would be awesome. Yeah, I have the Powers in Action. I have a Powers in Action comics on my website, so there will be more. There will be more comics. I'm going to make some more figures. I have Spectrumite. I'm going to make. I have Moon, and I have a few guys. I got all my notes in here so I don't forget things. Oh, and I have another guy I'm working on called Moon to Go. I'm going to work on him. Michael Gerard says, "Yeah, man, great seeing you. You're a good man, Michael Gerard. Swig for Michael Gerard." Wolfie said, "Yeah, it worked. The refresh worked." Oh, yeah, man. That's cool, man. I think I was doing too many things. Oh, it's starting to go again. Doing too many things, man. I'm at 2 hours. But I'll be doing this again. Probably tomorrow I'll do a drawing stream or something. But remember, guys, no fighting. No crying. People are texting me. But no fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. Do the things that make you happy. So when you wake up, you're like, yeah, man, that'll make me happy. I'm going to do that. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time. How about that? This is the only time you see. You can only see you next time. Next time I see you. There can only be a next time I see you. There can't be, I'm going to see you after the next time. But you guys are awesome. No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. See you guys another time. Okay, bye-bye.
Art. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Famous cartoonist says things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Famous cartoonist draws things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Famous cartoonist paints things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Famous cartoonist Art Baltazar.